Welcome back to this very special edition of Combative Calm. Normally, my episodes are 5, 10, 15 minutes, very ADHD friendly. But bitch, we're coming into the fucking holidays and I got some shit to say. So my mic is on, I'm in my pajamas, and I want to talk about the holidays, grief, and the annual ceremonial defrosting of Mariah Carey like she's a seasonal cryptid that feeds on our serotonin. I love that you love the holidays. I really do. Enjoy your matching pajamas and ethically sourced cranberry garland that your cat will definitely eat and then puke in a festive spirit. Meanwhile, the rest of us are over here Googling, is it normal to cry in the baking aisle because the nutmeg smelled like my childhood and my childhood was, well, confusing? The holidays are like a group project where the assignment is joy and the rubric cube is chaos. Everybody brings their family trauma in a casserole dish and acts shocked when it tastes like resentment with panko topping. You're expected to be grateful while the universe is out there throwing side quests. Your aunt wants to argue about politics. Oh, fuck. Your cousin is selling an MLM peppermint scrub. Somebody says, let's take a picture right after you had a private fight with your nervous system in the bathroom. I am currently experiencing anticipatory grief. And yes, that is a real thing. It's essentially grief that shows up early to the party, eats all the dip, and then lectures you about boundaries. My dad is in hospice, and honestly, surprisingly, he's still here. And I can hear the clock tick every fucking day. It's like trying to hold a sandcastle while the tide just keeps coming. And you keep trying to take pictures with a wave, but it just won't pose. I lost my best friend in 2020 to an overdose. And that grief, came in and rearranged my furniture without asking. And for months, I kept expecting his name to pop up on my phone to get a text or a Snapchat. I would hear a song and forget for like 3 seconds that he was gone. And then I would remember as I was shopping, being in the cereal aisle, and it felt like a cartoon anvil just smashed me. It was a chest bruise that never fully healed. And now the bruise changes colors with the weather. Some days it's the light purple of a memory that makes me smile. And some days it's black and blue and I am fucking horizontal on the couch. Grief turned my life into a room with missing furniture. For a long time, I kept my hand out like I was going to lean on a wall that was not there anymore. And years later, I still have moments. I hear a song. I say his name out loud. It echoes. I smile. It hurts. And if you've recently lost someone, I'm not here to sell you hope. But I will tell you that ache changes shape. But the love does not. And so now I have this two-headed grief monster. Past loss that has made a home in my bones and in my body. Future loss, cruising my street like it forgot the address but knows the block. And right on time, the holidays show up with a ring light and a fucking demand for joy. Just fucking perfect. Grief is not just a feeling. It's a full body event. Nervous system wise, here is what's happening in your brain and your body when grief shows up. So Your amygdala, or Amy G. Dalla, as I like to call it, she hears a song, smells stuffing cooking, sees a chair where somebody used to sit, and she hits the panic button in your brain. And then your prefrontal cortex, Carl, tries to be reasonable, and then he trips over a memory from 2002. And Vega, your vagus nerve, is like, I am trying to keep your heart rate below hummingbird, you fucking emotional raccoon. And your body begins to slow down because it can't sprint through a brick wall. And that's why if you feel heavy, a nap can feel really hard. This is why you stare at a wall for 15 minutes. Don't know where your thoughts are. Don't know where you are currently. This is a literal physiological response to love colliding with loss. Your biology is trying to save you. So you know how at family gatherings, there's always that one person who thinks that conversation means debate club with cranberry sauce. There's another person who likes to perform a TikTok dance for everything. Someone else who likes to weaponize nostalgia. And then there's you with your grief, gripping your fork like it's a fucking talisman, trying to remember how to breathe without making it so obvious. I need you to know that if you need to go outside in the middle of a meal and stare at a fucking tree, do it. The tree will not ask you about a timeline for kids or what you're doing with your life or how your little business is going. The thing that grief taught me is that humor is a raft. And some days that raft is a pool noodle, and some days that is a yacht. I've laughed at funerals and then felt bad and then laughed again because I know the deceased would have laughed. Grief is love with a wild sense of timing. It shows up for the punchline and stays for the credits. And there's also that invisible grief. The version of you that maybe used to love this season. The job that ended. The friendship that just faded. The identity that doesn't fit anymore. And nobody brings a casserole for that. So you end up scrolling in the dark, trying to figure out why your chest feels like a fucking crowded elevator. Your body does not check the obituary links to decide if you are allowed to be sad. It checks for load. And if the load is heavy, your system compensates. So I want to talk about a couple coping mechanisms that are not your fourth glass of wine. One of my favorite biohacks that is so easy is the 4-6 breath. And this is something that you can do when Uncle Carl is fucking yammering on about politics, when the dogs are barking their fucking heads off and you want to just punt them into the middle of the street, or Aunt Kathy won't shut the fuck up about your little business. So 4-6 breath is so simple. It's an inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can do this. You can even take that exhale out your nose if you don't want to open your mouth, if you don't want to be the open mouth human at dinner. This is one of the quickest ways to pull your nervous system into parasympathetic nervous system. When it is in that space of fight or flight, pulling it into that space of rest and digest. So anytime your exhale is longer than your inhale, vaga, your vagus nerve, sends a signal to your brain, your amygdala specifically, that says, hey, bitch, calm the fuck down. We're not in danger, which brings Carl, your prefrontal cortex, back online and signals to Sarah, your parasympathetic nervous system, let's rest and let's digest. Another thing that I like to do is, let's say you're at dinner and you feel like you're going to lose your shit. Just take your thumb and just gently press it into your other palm. That pressure gives your brain a place to live for a second. Keep doing this 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 10 minutes if Aunt Kathy won't shut the actual fuck up. And then, alternate. Take your other thumb to your other palm. If the room that you're in gets too loud, you feel like you're going to lose your shit, maybe your skin starts to crawl, go to the bathroom, run cold water over your wrists. If you feel like you need to release some tears, go to the bathroom. Tell everybody that you had glitter in your eye. Nobody questions glitter. Have you ever noticed that? No one ever questions glitter. Why is there glitter here? I don't know. We had Christmas here in 2012. Oh, yeah, I remember that. If you are in your car and you have this sudden slap of heavy memories, this reset is my favorite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do 5 things that you can see. Name them out loud. 4 things that you can feel. Go even further and name the textures that you're feeling. 3 things that you can hear. 2 things you can smell. And 1 thing that you can taste. And yes, I know this is so simple and so silly, but silly is honest. Your brain needs data. So give it data from the space that you are in. When we are in a space of grief, heaviness, your body goes, I'm not hungry. That's your body pulling power from non-essential systems because your amygdala is screaming about saber-toothed tigers, even though that's not the case. Listen, bitch, we have DoorDash now. You need to eat anyway. Eat some fucking protein. Your future self will thank you for not making your insulin do CrossFit during a conversation about fucking traditions. Grief and anticipatory grief have this weird rhythm. You'll have a normal day, make a sandwich, answer emails, and then a memory sneaks in sideways and it sucker punches you right in the side of your fucking head. You remember the way that your dad taught you to swing a bat, or the way that your mom laughed when something was funny. Or you'll remember a stupid little life hack that somebody taught you. Your eyes get salt water. You stand in your kitchen and pretend like you were always standing like that. There's no fix. There's a witness, and you get to be that witness for yourself. And I forget this daily. And right now, the world is heavy, and that's not me being dramatic. It's me reading the news like everybody else and going, oh, cool. We're doing apocalypse bingo again, huh? And grief gets multiplied by the global feed. So the space of grief and world grief, one of the things that I found really helpful is to pick a cause or pick a person to help. Do one small action and then log the fuck off. Go touch grass. Literally. Take your shoes off. Go stick your hands in fucking grass. Your nervous system is not a fucking power plant. It's a garden. It needs watering. It needs sunshine. It needs tending to. So I want to share a couple little holiday hacks that just may save your fucking ass. Make an exit plan before you go anywhere. So tell one person your signal. Example, if I touch my necklace for more than 2 seconds, I need to fucking leave. Or I need to take a walk outside and get some fucking fresh air. Or I need to go sit in a closet with a dog. Wear shoes that you can actually walk in. Okay. Put your car keys somewhere where you can grab them without performing a scavenger hunt in a coat pile that smells like 12 different fucking opinions. So that way you can leave when you need to. And I give you full permission, motherfucker, to Irish exit any event ever. If you don't know what an Irish exit is, you just leave without saying goodbye. There's no, oh, goodbye. Oh, we should get together for coffee. No, fuck that. Get the fuck out of that place. If you are hosting an event, I need you to set up a quiet room. I mean a literal quiet room. I need it to have lamps, candles, comfy, cozy blankets, anything that you can put yourself in there for a few moments, light a candle or your favorite incense, take a couple deep breaths, maybe stock a couple extra pillows, pile them together for when you scream into them. So you're really muffling that sound. And if somebody complains, tell them they can host next year and see how their nervous system enjoys it. Now, I love gratitude, but there is this pressure around the burr seasons, October, November, December, to be fucking grateful. And I love gratitude. I practice gratitude every day. I also hate what our fucking culture has done to it. Because gratitude does not erase grief. And gratitude is not a weapon to use against yourself when you're sad. Gratitude is a soft chair that you get to sit in for 5 minutes to remember there's still beauty in the world. And then you get to get back up and continue being a complicated human with complicated feelings. And if anybody tries to gratitude police you this season, I just want you to imagine their shoe getting caught on a tree root. Not enough to hurt, just enough to humble. Listen, we're visualizing, okay? Calm down. So if you find yourself not looking forward to this holiday season or even dreading this entire fucking season, you are not alone. I encourage you to create tiny rituals for yourself that feel like real care. Maybe it's lighting a candle for the person who's gone. Maybe it's telling a ridiculous story about them. Maybe it's making a recipe that they loved. Maybe it's buying an ornament that reminds you of them, even if they had terrible taste. It's okay. Maybe it's putting a song on that reminds you of them and having a dance party in your kitchen or your hallway. Maybe that dance party even turns into tears, and that's okay. They promise the person that you are missing is clapping from wherever molecules go. And if your family is complicated, which whose family is not, I encourage you to just make some micro boundaries this season. You are allowed to say, I'm not discussing that. You can say, I'm leaving at 8 p.m. You can say, no, thank you. That doesn't work for me. You can change your mind at any time. You are allowed to protect the tiny pilot light inside of your chest. That light that is your future. That light that your body keeps it alive even when you forget to. So let's breathe for a second, because I refuse to send you back into a timeline without a reset. So inhale through your nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this breath for 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Loosen the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Take an inhale again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. And exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and loosen the tongue from the roof of your mouth. You can do this as many times as you need, and if tears show up, cool. That's just hydration, bitch. I want you to scan your body without being a dick about it, okay? I want you to just notice your feet on the floor. Feel the floor or the surface beneath you. Notice the weight of your legs. Notice the weight of your chest, that space right behind your heart. Notice your hands and your fingers. Just notice. That's it. I'm going to say something that sounds sentimental and is also true. Grief is love that lost its address. And the holidays shake the envelope until the return to sender label peels off. And you remember that love can still be delivered, not in the same way. A new route, a new ritual, a new breath. And if you feel that numb, floaty thing, that's your dorsal vagal system shutting down, trying to conserve and save energy because it thinks that you need a power save mode. When you find yourself in that space, be gentle, be kind, slow, deep breaths, tell it we're safe. Maybe send a text to a friend that says, I'm in the weird. I just need you to hold space. And if all you do this season is breathe and not throw a fucking ham at someone, I am so fucking proud of you. And if you do throw a ham, call me. I want details. We will build a legal defense around the phrase mitigating circumstances. I am not going to wrap this up with a nice little neat bow because that's not who I am. I'm going to tell you that I love you for being here. And I love the part of you still trying. I love the version of you curled up on the couch who presses play on something that feels like relief I love the version of you who laughs at wildly inappropriate times because the body needed an exit. I love you because you are human with everything that you carry. And if you need a little reflection before you go back into the circus, close your eyes for 10 seconds. Picture the person that you miss. Say their name in your head or out loud. Tell them one thing that you loved about them so much. And say thank you. Thank you for the time that I got with you. If today is brutal, try again tomorrow. If tomorrow is brutal, try again the next day. Holidays are a season. Grief is a river that flows through. You don't have to control the water. You just keep learning how to float. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me today on this very different episode of Combative Calm. And if you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend who will 100% cry in their car in a Target parking lot this month. And also tell them that I'll be in the lot next to them, waving to them.